Imagine waking up in a country where the government decides what you earn, what you can buy, even what kind of business you're allowed to start. Sounds extreme, right? It's not. In fact, we're closer to that reality than anyone wants to admit. Economic freedom is disappearing, not in one fell swoop, but in 1,000 tiny policies that no one pays attention to. And when it finally collapses, so does everything else. If you care about your future, your family, and your ability to control your own life, then you need to hear this one. Welcome back to She's Right. I'm Lana. Let's get right into it. Economic freedom means you get to make your own choices, work where you want, start the business you've always dreamed of, invest your money the way you see fit. That's freedom. Government control? That's the exact opposite. Red tape, price controls, taxes designed to punish success. Rules that slow ambition and make life unnecessarily complicated. Consider Venezuela. In the early 2000s, it was one of the richest countries in Latin America. Oil wealth was abundant, and people were thriving. But then the government took over key industries, set prices, and limited private enterprise. Today, millions have fled. Poverty and scarcity dominate. Contrast that with Singapore, a tiny island with almost no natural resources. Few people expected it to become a global economic powerhouse, yet it did, thanks to low taxes, minimal regulation, and a government that allowed its people to innovate and take risks. Freedom unleashed ambition, and ambition created prosperity. Here's the kicker. History shows that trading freedom for security rarely ends well. Every time governments assume they know better than citizens, the result is stagnation, lost opportunity, and eventually hardship. If you agree that freedom matters, hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. How has freedom, or lack of it, affected your life? Innovation doesn't happen under mandates. It happens where people can take risks and fail without fear. Look at Silicon Valley. Apple, Tesla, Google, biotech breakthroughs. Yet none of these emerged from government planning. They came from risk takers, dreamers, and entrepreneurs who had the freedom to try, and sometimes fail. Some critics will say, but that creates inequality. And sure, freedom allows inequality to exist, but stagnation is far worse. A stagnant economy doesn't just keep the rich in place, it traps everyone else too. Nations that protect freedom create opportunities for anyone who's willing to work, innovate, or invest. Even in healthcare, look at medical innovations. COVID-19 vaccines rolled out at record speed thanks to private biotech companies taking risks, not a slow-moving bureaucracy. Without economic freedom, that wouldn't have been possible. And ask yourself, are we crushing the next big breakthrough under a mountain of rules, regulations, and taxes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights on freedom, prosperity, and real common sense solutions. Economic freedom doesn't just make individuals rich, it makes nations strong. The United States became a global superpower not through handouts, not through government planning, but through entrepreneurship, private investment, and free markets. A free economy attracts talent. Restrictive economies, well, they drive talent away. Look at tech and finance hubs all around the world. They thrive in countries with economic freedom. Compare that to countries with heavy government control. Talent leaves, innovation stalls, and the economy shrinks. Here's a lesson from history. The fall of the Soviet Union wasn't just political, it was economic. Central planning and strict government control stifled innovation and destroyed incentives. Citizens had talent, but they had no freedom to use it. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Without economic freedom, national security is compromised. No innovation, no wealth, no resilience. That's not hyperbole, it's history. If you care about the future of our country, share this video with friends who need to hear this message. Economic freedom isn't just about money, it's about responsibility. When people are free to succeed or fail, they learn lessons the government can't teach. They learn accountability, perseverance, and how to overcome obstacles. Conservatives understand this. Freedom plus responsibility equals opportunity. Dependence on handouts erodes initiative and makes people lazy. Freedom fosters courage, accountability, and investment in communities. Think about it. Maybe our biggest threat isn't economic, it's moral. Because without freedom, character suffers. A nation can have wealth, but if its citizens aren't empowered to make decisions, take responsibility, and contribute, that wealth is just hollow. Even small-scale examples prove this. Neighborhoods thrive when local businesses succeed because owners care about their community. But when handouts replace initiative, dependency grows and communities stagnate. If you value personal responsibility, hit like and comment on what freedom means to you. Freedom isn't guaranteed, it's fragile. Every extra tax, every regulation that punishes success chips away at liberty. And when freedom slips, it doesn't come back easily. Look at Europe. High taxes, strict regulations, and an increasing reliance on government support. Many European economies are still wealthy, but the growth has slowed, entrepreneurship has declined, and younger generations face fewer opportunities than their parents. Parts of Latin America are showing similar patterns. Overregulation, government overreach, stagnation. Complacency is the silent killer of economic freedom. And if we're not vigilant, it can and will happen here. Ask yourself, are we awake to the threat, or are we letting it happen quietly under the guise of fairness? Stay informed. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Don't let freedom slip quietly by. Conservatives champion economic freedom because it works. Free markets create prosperity, reward effort, and defend liberty. Cut taxes, reduce red tape, protect property rights. These aren't buzzwords. They're the machinery of growth. It favors risk takers but lifts everyone. Entrepreneurs create jobs. Innovation creates products, and wealth creates opportunity. Ignore economic freedom at your own peril. It isn't optional. It's the linchpin of national success, personal opportunity, and moral accountability. If you believe in freedom and opportunity, drop a comment below and share this video to spark some conversation. Imagine a nation where entrepreneurs thrive, innovation flourishes, and citizens take responsibility for their own destiny. That's not fantasy. That's what economic freedom makes possible. The question is simple. Will we defend it, or will we let it slip away? History is clear. Nations that protect freedom prosper. Nations that don't, well, we've seen that before. Freedom isn't free, but when it thrives, opportunity multiplies, talent thrives, and a nation's future is secure. Are we ready to fight for it? If you're ready to stand for freedom, like, subscribe, and share this message with someone who cares about liberty. Let's make sure the conversation continues. I'll see you next time. Bye.